glad to have you with us from Schumann Stadium in Muncie, Indiana. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback. Running back set up in the pistol. The lone back's got it. Got some green grass. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. All right, guys, let's think about Ball State for a minute. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them who's going to come out today.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Back's got it on the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UMass's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Making the adjustment on the play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Gets rid of it.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Motion from the wideout. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the mark.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later, and finally they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. You really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Dropping back, it's Washington. Here comes the heat. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the... That brings us to the close of the quarter, and Ball State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. The Cardinals will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Trailing 7-0 as they try to get this offense humming. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. UMass will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Minutemen offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. All over him immediately.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. UMass will line up to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Sends it back in motion. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Got it.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to go up top on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
3rd in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Long way to go on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Caught. He's loose down the left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Bohannon. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Off play action on first down. Fires it down the seam. He's got it for a big play. Off to the races. Touchdown, Minutemen. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Cardinals will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
I caught up with the Minuteman head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. This young wide receiver, his name has been mentioned with a lot of preseason hype, but he is starting to let that talk be important on the field. What he's doing on the field is becoming even louder. He is trying to make a name known for himself in the Heisman Trophy race. We'll see if his performance down here can continue to fuel that fire. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right side, it's Bohannon. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I think the biggest reason why this team is trailing the way they are is they haven't been able to stay on the field. They've had no success on 3rd down up to this point. Way too many punts, but that time they finally get it done. That's about as good a timing as I think we've seen from the quarterback and his intended target so far in the passing game, and it came at a point where they needed it the most.
This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. To the ground, he's got it again.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to pop the draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Bohannon.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Finds his tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Gonna look downfield again. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big third down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they get...
Touchdown, UMass! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Looking for running room. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Searching for space. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The UMass offense returns to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keep it on the ground. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Hill. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Now they'll run the draw. Got enough for the first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Oh, makes a diving snag along the right sideline.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. First and goal, and the defense their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. He's looking to throw. Got it. Looking for the end zone. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, UMass! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy, his second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. After the penalty, they'll snap it on 3rd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Running inside, it's Hill.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a crease. It's Hill. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Going to the running game. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Looking down the middle. On target to the left. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. UMass with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last completion. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And on 4th down, they'll come up and take a knee.